Gwenevier Demarest. I am one of the member attorneys here at Demarest and Demarest LLC in Bellbrook, Ohio. I am an elder law attorney and I do a lot of long-term care, asset protection planning, and special needs planning for individuals.
Can I give my assets away to meet the eligibility requirements for Medicaid?
So this is sadly a very common question because many people I find get toward the long-term care stage of life and they hear about I have to only have so much money to be able to get onto Medicaid, and I don't want to pay it all to a facility, or I don't want to pay it all to long-term care. And so they'll start gifting assets to children or giving assets to charities, and oftentimes these come with pretty big implications. And so this is where I get the opportunity to work with clients to see if there are ways we can give assets away, but also make sure that we are protecting you and that you're not going to run into any issues with gifting assets away and then you're also not able to get on the Medicaid, because many people hear about the 5 year look back period that Medicaid has. And this is what Medicaid's looking for. They're looking for those improper transfers or gifting of assets that can ultimately cause penalty periods for individuals. So there are ways to gift it, but that's not the automatic go to because of the concerns that we can run into with Medicaid.
Do I need to go into a nursing home to receive Medicaid benefits?
So, actually, no. As I said earlier, when I'm talking about long term care, I'm talking about in home care, assisted living care, and nursing home care. And currently, right now, Medicaid offers three different programs for these types of care. There's the classic long term care Medicaid care for nursing home facilities, but there's also an assisted living waiver program to allow individuals to use long term care Medicaid when they're in assisted living facilities, and then also even being able to use long-term care Medicaid when you're in your home too. So there's a variety of different options. So Medicaid can be helpful, and I've been lucky enough to be able to help out clients in all three of those areas.
What type of planning is done to receive Ohio Medicaid long term care benefits?
So when we're talking about planning for asset protection planning, we tend to separate it into two different areas. We separate it into the 5 year look back period window, to where I have clients coming to me and we're doing asset protection planning and we're moving assets around during the window where Medicaid could penalize you for gifting. And then we are also looking at true asset protection planning when we're outside of that 5 year window. And so it's done in kind of two different stages, but there's a variety of different tools we can use to preserve assets and ways that we can make sure that you're still eligible for Medicaid. I've had clients who are planning in their late 60s, young 70s, who are healthy at the time, but they're wanting to preserve assets because maybe they dealt with mom and dad going through it and they saw the nightmare it could turn into. And then I have had other clients who are in facilities already going, I can't afford the next month's bill. What do I do? Or I have some assets, but I don't want to dwindle them all down. I want to give them to my kids. How can I still get help here? And so we get the opportunity to do a variety of different cases, but it's really rewarding on both ends with everything.